Last night on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, things went off the rails fast. What was supposed to be a routine interview with Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, Trump loyalist, 2024 VP contender, and proud son of Appalachia, erupted into a televised war zone. Vance was escorted off the set mid-segment after a fiery exchange that left the audience stunned, the internet ablaze, and late-night TV in uncharted territory. It all started calm enough. Vance entered confidently, ready to champion his rural roots and defend his record. But Colbert had other plans. "JD, you here to sell Appalachia, or just Trump's latest grift?" Colbert opened with a trademark jab, dripping in sarcasm. The audience laughed, but not all. Some winced. Vance shot back, eyes steady. "I'm here for truth, Stephen, not your cheap shots." Tension crackled. Colbert rolled a clip of Vance praising Trump and railing against elites. "That's quite the sermon." Colbert smirked. "Is that grit or just a guy cashing in on red state rage?" Vance didn't flinch. "It's grit you'll never understand, Stephen. I've lived it. You mock it from a cushy chair." The crowd split. Cheers on one side, boos on the other. Producers shifted. In their seats, things were veering off script, fast. What set this moment apart wasn't just the barbs. It was how personal it got. "You don't know my people, Stephen. You're a coastal snob with a mic." Colbert, never one to back down, fired back. "A snob? I'm not the one cozying up to billionaires, JD." The room shifted. Gasps, whispers. And Vance's jaw tightened. Colbert pressed in, rolling another clip. Vance grinning with donors at a Trump rally. "Your hillbilly roots must feel pretty far away now." Vance's face hardened. "That's loyalty, Stephen. Something you wouldn't understand. You flip-flop for laughs." The crowd roared, some in support, some in protest, but the night wasn't done unraveling. Colbert's next line hit like a sledgehammer. "Loyalty or leash, JD. You went from rags to riches, and now you're Trump's lapdog." Vance snapped. "Lapdog? I'm fighting for the people you ignore. You're the one barking for corporate cash." The studio erupted. Cheers, jeers, chaos. Producers scrambled behind the scenes, headsets buzzing. "It's slipping." But Vance didn't back down. "You mock my story, Stephen. I clawed out of nothing. You inherited that desk." Colbert leaned in, grinning. "Clawed out? JD, you clawed into power, selling out the very roots you pretend to defend." The audience fractured, some chanting, "JD, JD," others laughing, filming, posting live. Clips flooded X. Vance is heated, trending within minutes. As personal stakes soared, the confrontation devolved into open verbal warfare. Sources say Vance's fists were clenched. Producers were seconds away from cutting to commercial when security moved in. The walk-off wasn't planned. The fallout? Still unfolding. One thing's for sure. Late night's never seen a showdown like this. "I'm not your punching bag, Stephen. I'll take you down." Vance's threat cut through the tension, his voice loud and shaky, but Colbert pounced instantly. "Take me down? You're shaking, JD. Your Trump armor's cracking." The crowd erupted. Some surged toward the stage edge. Others yelled, while producers frantically signaled for a break. But Vance wasn't finished. Over the chaos, he shouted, "I'm not done. Don't cut me off." His voice boomed, swelling, with defiance, as insiders warned he was pushing the night toward a breaking point. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert hit a fever pitch last night when Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, Trump's fierce ally, clashed head-on with the host in a confrontation that spiraled into chaos. Colbert's relentless taunts provoked Vance into a furious meltdown, turning the studio into a shouting match, the audience into a mob, and the segment into a wildfire no one could contain. Sources say Vance's vow to take Colbert down after the host mocked his Trump ties lit the fuse, igniting a screaming showdown that's now the talk of the nation. Colbert's smirk never faded as he leaned into Vance's rage. "JD, your hillbilly act's fading. Just a sellout senator." Now, his voice turned cold and cutting as he flashed a mock graphic of Vance surrounded by Trump dollar signs. The crowd reacted hard, some laughing, others booing, while Vance's eyes blazed with fury. "Sell out? I'm real, Stephen. You're fake peddling lies for claps." Vance shot back, his voice loud and trembling. The audience split, cheers clashing with jeers, as producers waved frantically at their headsets, trying to hold back the live chaos unfolding. Colbert struck again. "Real. You're Trump's puppet, JD, dancing for his cash, his crowd." The jab was vicious and personal. Vance roared back, standing tall. "Puppet? I'm my own man. You're the puppet. Corporate strings jerking you." His fists slammed the desk with a thud that echoed through the studio. The crowd erupted, some chanting, "JD fights!" Others shouted, "Sit down!" while phones flashed, capturing every moment. Clips exploded across X, Vance snapping and going viral as Colbert grinned. "Your own man? You're shaking, JD. Trump's got you wound tight." Pointing at Vance's trembling hands, the room ignited. What turned this into madness wasn't just the words. It was Vance breaking down. Insiders say he towered over the desk, voice raw and cracking. "You don't know me, Stephen. I've bled for my people. You've bled for ratings." Colbert fired back mercilessly. "Bled? You're bleeding now, JD. Look at you, cracking live." The audience surged. Some rushed the stage edge. Others yelled, "Finish him." Vance shouted back, wild and unhinged. "I'll finish you, you smug hack." The crowd fed the frenzy, some tossing cups, others live-streaming the chaos. Energy spiraled as the breaking point hit. Sources say producers urgently signaled security. "He's losing it," they warned. But Vance kept going. "You're nothing, Stephen. I'll tear this down." His voice boomed, shaking with fury. Colbert stood firm, sharp, and final. "Tear it down? You're falling apart, JD. Get out," the crowd roared, some chanting, "Kick him out." Others pleaded, "Let him stay." In a final explosive moment, Vance ripped off his mic. "I'm not your toy. You're done." He hurled the mic at the desk. The crash resounded. Security lunged, grabbing his arms as he thrashed. "Let me go. I'll walk." His fury raw, the chaos peaking with X exploding, clips looping, and the kick-out seconds away. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert became a scene of absolute bedlam last night, as Senator J.D. Vance, Ohio's Trump-backed warrior, was forcibly removed after a heated clash with Colbert that exploded into a screaming frenzy, ending in a dramatic, unforgettable exit. The studio was in uproar, the nation glued to their screens, stunned by the fallout. J.D. Vance's furious meltdown, after vowing to tear Stephen Colbert down, met the host's final shove, sparking a chaotic ejection that's already rewriting late-night history and exploding online with viral force. With his mic crashing against the desk, Vance thrashed against security. "Let me go. I'll walk." His voice hoarse and furious, as guards gripped his arms and pulled him back. Colbert stood tall, commanding coldly. "You're done, JD. Hit the road." The crowd erupted, some cheering loudly, others booing, pleading, "Let him stay." As the senator struggled, his words wild and fading. "You're a coward, Stephen, hiding behind them." Security dragged him toward the wings, his shoes scraping the exit live on air. The audience went berserk. Insiders say some leapt up, phones flashing, filming Vance's retreat, while others pounded seats, chanting, "Trump's boy falls," and "Stand strong, JD." The room was a storm of noise. Producers froze, headsets silent. "He's gone," one muttered as the live feed held on Vance's vanishing figure. Colbert waved, quipping with sharp mockery. "There goes the hillbilly folks. Show's over." Roars of laughter exploded. Some tossed debris. Others live-streamed the untamed energy. But what made this moment seismic wasn't just the kick-out. It was Vance's collapse. Sources report his defiance cracked. "I'll be back. You'll pay." His voice trailing weak as security shoved him out. Colbert sat back grinning. "Pay? You paid tonight, JD." In sweat and shame, Vance's parting shot was brutal. The crowd split wide, cheers clashing with boos, while clips of his exit ignited X, trending wildly. One post read, "Kicked off." Another, "Colbert owns him." Millions watched the downfall on loop. Memes of Vance's clenched fists captioned, "Hillbilly heartbreak," flooded TikTok. Supporters rallied, "He's a fighter. They cheated." But the tide surged against him. His tough guy image cracked wide open. Colbert's team celebrated the win. The next show opened with, "We had a senator. He brought heat. I brought the boot." Colbert quipped smugly, pulling record ratings, a 55% jump as viewers tuned in, hooked on the mess. Behind the scenes, insiders say Colbert gloated. "Vance thought he'd roll me. I rolled him." His crew buzzed, eyeing more bold plays, analysts noting the host crushed it, though whispers warned he'd become a target now. The triumph edged with risk. The crowd's roar echoed online. "Colbert rules!" His crown locked tighter, the internet split like lightning. Vance's base mourned. "They ambushed him. He's gold." One ex-post read, "Racking up shares," while critics tore into him as Trump's lapdog. Another viral hit. Debates raged. Was it too much? Clips dissected his meltdown. "He snapped," said one pundit. "Colbert baited him perfectly," said another, predicting bruises in the Senate. Trump camp chatter spiked. Vance's rise rocked. Sources say he's plotting a counterstrike. His silence loud. The loss of sting that's sticking. Ripple effects are seismic. Late nights rattled. Experts call it a shift. "Colbert rewrote the rules. Or broke them," one said. Networks now weigh bolder guests or tighter control, risking ratings if they misstep, while viewers divide. Half cheer. "He smashed a senator." Half cringe. Too harsh. The clash marked Vance's fall and Colbert's viral rise. But this isn't over. It's a spark. Vance's comeback and Colbert's next move are set to blaze. So stay locked in. If you're hooked on this madness, smash that subscribe button. Don't miss the next fire.